Open up your mind to the way, the conscious way, the way of conscious mindfulness. Hello, my name is Sifu Boggie. Sifu means guide, muse, somebody who points you along your way, who guides you on your path. Boggie is my martial art, my spiritual and my healing name between the chaos and the calmness. And for the last 41 years, I have studied the Taoist arts. Ooh. And the Tao is the way, the path, the balance. And I have studied things like Tai Chi, Qigong, TikTok, Tween art, Chinese massage, and reflexology, and many other different healing modalities. And my aim and my goal is to help you. And I do that by teaching online as well as here in the Healing Sanctuary. Now, that's what I do. What's this show all about? Well, this show is The Way of Conscious Mindfulness, a regular podcast show discussing spirituality and science, balancing and blending it with health and well-being and mind, body and spirit. A Taoist twist. What does the Tao mean? The Tao means the way, the path, the balance. Now, this isn't a normal show. Anything with me in it ain't normal. Each week, we either have a subject or a guest. Today, we actually have, well, I think it's the first time we've had we've had a whole family. This is the first time we've had a whole family as the guests. And our goal, our aim is to have an open discussion to help us all find new techniques, new ways, new skills to balance our very own personal way, path, or Tao. Now, normally I say all that bit and then bring the guest on, but I think I pressed the wrong button and it just appeared like magic. So, welcome. It's not like so good. Welcome, guys. Welcome to The Way of Conscious Mindfulness. Now, this could be an interesting one because normally this question only one person answers. Technically, there could be three answers. So, this is your show. This is The Way of LUV-A-LUTION. And you guys, so what is your way, individually maybe and collectively, and what is your Tao? Over to you.
Thank you. Just want to say first off, thanks for having us, Sifu. We appreciate you.
Yes, we appreciate you. And
very grateful to be here, everybody.
Hi to everyone coming to you in a big snowstorm.
We're in Maine, USA, and we're in a big snowstorm right now. So we live off grid on the side of a mountain, and we're running off a generator right now to come at you all today. And so my name is Amy, and I name myself Spirit.
And I'm John Paul, and my name was Truth LUV-A-LUTION. And this is Little Truth, and we're Sebastian.
No, it's not.
Tell him what you named yourself, honey. Tell him what it is.
He likes...
Be your own self?
Be your own self. He named himself Be Your Own Self because in this world, everybody's taught to be someone, or they try to be maybe someone else, but he made up that name to be his own self.
So yes, the way of the LUV-A-LUTION is that evolution of consciousness to raising one's conscious level, raising our vibration towards self-love, true self-love, and self-awareness, self-responsibility, self-respect, self-healing, self-actualization, all the good stuff like you do, knowing that we're energy, right? And the individual has to decide to take that conscious journey towards their personal evolution, and collectively we could create our own amazing harmonized LUV-A-LUTION when we all do that inner work and that shadow work.
Yep, and we follow our hearts, our soul. We know we're in this vessel for right now, but we're much, much more. And so we follow our heart and our soul is our guide. And so we follow our hearts, we follow our souls because it leads us into the right place. Because we're much bigger than what we've been told. So our higher selves know exactly where we're going, where we're heading. And so it's us to have faith and trust in ourselves to follow that heart and that soul, because it will lead you to your soulmate. It'll lead you to, like Sifu, where you are now.
and yeah, we hold truth as a very high principle, and moral as our foundation for our relationship. And we're very curious in just knowing what's going on, all the things they lied to us about, they hid from us. So we've always shared that passion of learning and wanting to be better people, you know, and know what's going on.
We always try to, yeah, become our best selves, best version, as much as we can every day.
Yeah, and nature helps to balance us, give us that Tao. Getting out to nature, getting to stillness. Journaling has helped me personally. I've journaled for about 30 years, and just connecting with your heart-based intelligence and letting that lead you instead of the ego.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, one thing I was, well, you know, I was sort of born around the city. I was actually born in London, in the city of London, called Whitechapel Hospital, which is central London. But I've always been very much out on the peripheries. I've always gone to different places, but like moving from even I lived down the coast for a while, for about almost 2 years, and then moved to here where I am now, and I'm on that 9 acres of land. And
Wow.
people around here are so different. People are, you know, it's a funny thing of moving away from the city, and there's a city nearest to us called Lincoln. But it's an old city. It's the old, like, you know, like the Vikings have been there, and it's very old energy around here. And this is actually called the Viking Way, where we are. Is like, and that means where all the Vikings were back in the day. And so the energy is a lot different. But yeah, that earthing, just literally going into the ground, is so important, and so such a powerful thing. And I've definitely had opportunities doing close protection and doing the stuff I've done in the past, where I've sort of lived off grid, you know, not as long as like, not as much as you guys, but definitely, you know, I've done that, and it is a powerful thing. It is a powerful thing. It definitely changes you. And I just want to say, be yourself. I love that name. That is awesome name, because I've always been. My name, I've got two. My name's given to me by my Sifus is Taiso, which means big trouble, because they noticed very quickly I not so much cause trouble, but I spark things. Things start because of me. And then my second name for me to become was Boggie, and Boggie means the balancer between the chaos and the calmness. So I take all these ideas, I take all this stuff, and I find balance. And I used to ice skate a lot, and when I used to ice skate, they used to call me Jackie Chan on ice, because I was like all over the place and looked like I was going to fall over any second, but I always stood up. And my fighting style is very similar. They call it Jackie Chan or drunken boggie on ice. That's what it's called me a lot.
That's
so
great.
So be yourself. It's an awesome name, because you shouldn't have to try to be other people, and you should be who you are. And people always thought I'm crazy and weird, because I don't care, and I am me, and I will, like, in the middle of a town, go and do Tai Chi and Qigong. And I've had students and fellow teachers pick me up, and they go, you know, they're all embarrassed, and it's like, I don't care. I don't give a flying fig. I don't give a banana.
We love that. Yeah, we love that about you. And the original is always worth more than the copy, right? Being that original. And that's what we've always been called crazy as well. And so we appreciate your great, you know, your energy, and we love it.
Let me say something.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
Have you ever seen gnomes?
Say it again.
Have you ever seen gnomes? Actually, well, I've seen, Spriggans. So Spriggans are like they're like the warrior gnomes, and I've
Wow.
seen them, and I've seen fairies, and I've definitely seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen in China a unicorn, and I've definitely seen dragons. And there's a thing called, I don't know if you know, there's a government in America. You have a government called the CIA, your agents.
Oh, yeah.
And I once asked them, when are you guys going to admit that the fairies, the unicorns, the dragons, Bigfoot are all real? And they looked me in the eye and they said, Boggie, you know as well as I that there are other dimensions that exist, and these things come through portals. So we get told as adults, oh, it's all made up, it doesn't exist. And it's like, it does exist. And that's where where do you think the stories came from? They weren't made up. Look, well, we make adults in the past look like buffoons. Oh, they made it all up. It wasn't real. It was all made up. Why would adults make stuff up? They might be trying to figure out what these things are and will say certain things, but no, gnomes, fairies, they all exist. But watch out for the fairies. If you upset them, oh, they're scary. They are. Disney paints them as all pretty things, but fairies and spriggans, they'll make you fall over. They'll spook you because they're protectors of the wood. They're the inner protectors. They're guardians of the forest. And if you disrespect the forest or the mountain, they'll disrespect you. They'll let you know. So
yeah.
So
we have much
the short answer is yes.
Yes.
Wow,
Go
thank
ahead.
you, Boggie.
Yeah, we knew they were real. We were always thinking, and he was always asking. Go ahead. You want to ask something else, honey?
Have you ever seen a muffle man? Muffle man.
Oh, Mushroom Man.
Mushroom Man. I've definitely but I've definitely talked to plants and animals, not like this, but like from here. So from inside, you definitely get when you sit long enough. Even there's a big thing in what I do. So Taoism is sort of like the Jedi. It's sort of like Star Wars and the Jedi, and the Taoism is about talking to the trees. But when you talk long enough, and we sit long enough with plants, they start to talk to you as well. And there's actually machines that they can put onto the plants, and they actually make noises that sound like music. And that machine, well, it's actually another CIA guy actually did that with the lie detector. He put the lie detector on plants, and this all this information is out there, and they were making noises, but from him thinking stuff and feeling, he thought negative things, they would react in one way. He thought positive things, they would react in the other. And there was that. And then you've got the Japanese guy that did the
Mido,
about the plants, whatnot.
And the water crystals change. If we talk to them and say, I love you, you're amazing, they change for the better. If we say, I hate myself, or, the water changes. So that's
memory.
Amazing. Moto, I think is his name. Yeah. And we learned from Billy Woodward. Have you ever heard of Billy Woodward, Sifu?
Yeah.
Billy Woodward. He talked a lot about in Hollow Earth. All the plants talk, they talk telepathically and all sorts of stuff. So we teach Sebastian own self. Yeah, we talk to the animals, we talk to the plants, we have outdoor birds that we talk to, and we're all connected. Everything is.
Show me dragon. Oh, he wanted to show you his dragon. Here's his dragon.
Oh, dude! I love your dragon. That's awesome.
The dragon. Wow.
That's a cool.
Thank you for sharing.
Mine's not actually. Oh, Right. That means I've got to take you for a walk. So I'll show you my different dragons. So here we go. Well, they're not all here. I've got a lot, but so from over here. So this is this dragon. So now originally, for your mum, dad, the Kundalini in the east is not a serpent; it's a dragon, and the dragon goes up the Kundalini. And then you obviously the seventh chakra. It's the Tai Chi symbol. This is the pillar of light, and it's the diamond body, a rainbow body ascension. And you see, it looks sort of, it's fiery.
Beautiful.
Well, this goes to, and here's my other dragon. We've got a Chinese dragon here, and then above it is the phoenix. And the phoenix was a lot, not just in like Greek mythology, but in China, the phoenix has always been a big thing about transformation and alchemy. A lot of the Taoist alchemists use the phoenix energy. And then where's my other dragon? So then I've got this dragon here. So this is a Chinese dragon. And this is like a replica of what's in the Forbidden Temple, which is like the Emperor's Temple in China. And then I've got this dragon here on this. This was a little scroll given to me. Because I'm month for the dragon. I was born in April, and April is the month of the dragon. So it's the dragon month. And then my final, I've got a little dragon incense burner, and then I've got a dragon here as well. This is my altar, and this says to my to the ancient ones and ancestors, to my teachers and Sifus, my parents and guides, to everybody I've ever helped or helped me, I honourably respect thee, basically. And that's just here. I've got lots more dragons back in the big house where we. That's my main. Oh, and there's this dragon as well. This one's quite cool because this one, actually, when the light goes out, this one glows in the dark. So this is a glow in the dark dragon. And Chinese dragons, they hold little pearls because that's the pearl of immortality. There's a pearl of magic. And the dragons in China represent heaven. They represent heavenly energy. But there's a thing called ley lines, and ley lines are in the earth. They're like energy channels. We have energy channels in our body called meridians, and there's ley lines in the earth, and in China they're called dragon lines. So they're actually called in China, the ley lines of the earth are called the dragon lines. And even in England, when they talk about Merlin himself talked about the dragons of the earth, the dragon lines. So, and even old paganism, when you look at in Taoist culture and paganism, a lot of the symbols are the same. And it makes you wonder, it's like this whole thing of we've been told, it's all separate, it's all come separately. But the whole idea is when you start looking at certain things, and ancient culture talked about the meridians, the chakras, the aura, the Merkaba, Star of David, the Torah field, or flower of life, all being interconnected. In the ancient knowledge from China, from Thailand, even in Judaism, even some bits of Christianity talk about the ancient knowledge, about these different energy systems all being, you've got your physical body and then you've got the energy body as well. So anyway, sorry, tangent.
Beautiful.
No, I love it. I love it.
Another dragon.
Oh, he wants to show
Oh, that's an awesome dragon too. It's a white dragon. So yeah, that's a cool dragon.
Sifu, we all watch your videos, and even Sebastian does some of those exercises to help.
Man.
So we're really enjoying them all. Thank you.
Yeah,
right,
definitely.
Sebastian, they're fun.
Yeah, I very much come from a childlike energy, or what we should be in energy. You know, it's that whole idea of play. We were meant to be like this. We were meant to be silly. We were meant to have fun. We never were meant to take things seriously. That's why the planet's got the issues it's got, and humans are corruptive like they are, because they lost their childlike wonder. They lost that magic. And Nikola Tesla, there's actually a saying similar in China, but Nikola Tesla and then Einstein said that, both of them said, that magic is purely science, not yet understood. And that's the whole point. And it's starting to be, what we used to call woo-woo, like the meridians, the chakras, physicists have actually got cameras that see that. You've got the Corinian camera that sees the aura and the chakras. There's a bunch of Russians that created a camera that saw the meridians and also saw what's called the dantians, which are these little power generators, which are different to the chakras. It's all been discovered. It's all been picked up. And like I said, when I talked to the CIA guy, he was deadly. He never joked. He was deadly serious about unicorns exist. We know it. We know in China they're called quilling. And they tend to have one or two big long horns, and they spiral. And they have far more flat. And I seen like a little bit of distance, but I saw this creature that actually, funny enough, if you ever see Shang-Chi, the Marvel movie, it actually has, because in China, dragons don't have scales. Dragons have fur. They're actually furry, and the reason they don't have wings is because they actually swim through the air and through the chi. So there's really lots of interesting things like from the old myths, and these quilling, they have a big long horn, but they have fur, lots of fur. So it's like this furry dog, but almost like a dragon face with a big long horn. And I've seen one once, so I've definitely seen a unicorn. I've definitely seen dragons, but on Wudang Mountain.
Wow.
So I definitely, for me, I've seen UFOs of sorts.
Have
Wait.
you seen Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Not well. There's a version of it in China, and what they say. What a lot of the ancients say, Bigfoot is very good at hide and seek. That some of them are interdimensional, they can jump through portals, but some have been here, and they're just really, the forest is their home, so they know every twig, they know every tree, and so they can hide in plain sight very, very well. And there's also a thing. There was in Vietnam, there was said that a lot of the soldiers in Vietnam learned an ancient trick of being able to change your vibration so you, like, somebody can only see you in the corner of their eyes. That, like, if they look dead on, they can't see you, but they can see you, and it's by changing your energy and through chanting and through certain things. And it's said that the Yeti, a Bigfoot, uses that you see them from the corner of our eye, because our eyes, the rods, we have rods and cones, and the cones are the 5% that you focus, but the rods pick up so much information. They pick up so much more, and that's where we see stuff. Like you see orbs, or you see stuff in the corner of your eye, or when you relax your eyes, you can see auras. It's because you start using the proper part of your eye. And you use your inner eye, your first eye, not third eye, but the first eye, the pineal gland. That's a little bit naughty, because they call it a gland because it does produce chemicals, but it's actually they know for a fact it's actually got a optical nerve that goes straight to your brain. And back in the 90s, my teachers and myself was part of this experiment where they were testing Qigong practitioners who could use their third eye, but then normal people, they were testing them with MRI scans, so they're flashing infrared and ultraviolet. And normal people were seeing their brain, in the MRI scans, the brain was picking up infrared and ultraviolet. The difference between them and Qigong practitioners or psychics were the people who have learned how to do it were remembering the information. Normal people were forgetting it almost instantly. But we were all picking up infrared and ultraviolet. And the reason we forget it is because when we were kids, a lot of kids were told, "Oh, I saw this. Oh, don't tell people you saw stuff, they'll think you're mad, and you didn't see anything." So we program ourselves to go, "Oh, it's not there, and we stop seeing stuff, and that's the whole point. But anyway, Sifu, stop taking over the show. So tell us more about. I mean,
I used to see a lot of
say something.
I used to see it. Yeah, the Levolution.
That's the
You
point.
said
You
it,
still
Sifu.
can.
Okay.
You still can.
Sebastian wants to
When
ask
we
about
allow
their own self. Here you go, honey. What do you want to ask?
go.
What do you want to ask?
Some dragons live in ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Some dragons live in the ocean, he said.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's the dragons are universal. They're in everything. So you have ocean dragons, you have fire dragons. Have you ever looked in fire and seen it like move and twist and turn? And if you start sort of focusing on the flames, they come to life. You know, there's a lot of firemen. There's a lot of fire investigators that will tell you honestly, seriously. They'll say that fire is conscious. Fire is definitely conscious. They've seen stuff that the way it reacts and moves in a certain way. And yes, but dragons, yeah, dragons are in everything. They are the energy of the universe. And also, it's said that dragons are interdimensional. They're from other realities, but we've been told, oh, they don't exist. We've been told to ignore them, but like we ignore like lots of UFOs and things in the sky, but a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are actually not from outer space. They're actually from other realities, other dimensions that exist. But it's very hard for a lot of people to sort of get that. It's like you have to think of our reality like a radio station, and we're on this radio station, but there's other radio stations that are happening all at once. And if you go to certain places, you can pick up that other radio station, and it comes through. And
Absolutely.
that's I was told as a fact by the agencies, the alphabet agencies. They know this, but it's sort of how you tell people this, and it could break society. That's in a lot of stuff. In NASA said that there was a Brookings report from NASA when NASA first came and said if they found stuff in space, extraterrestrial or even ancient stuff, they've looked at in NASA's looked at different places on Earth, and if they discover anything that is outside the normal perimeters, they're being told to ignore it. And the same with archaeologists. It is the paling, I can't remember, but the Palin, is it Palin? There's this original thing with archaeologists that anything that goes against Columbus, the information of Columbus, and anything that says there's advanced civilization before Columbus must be ignored. So there's loads of stuff that we don't look at and we ignore because it doesn't fit the right box.
Absolutely. So what about the reptilians on the moon?
You guys, I know you guys got a product that you tell me about your products.
Oh yes, we offer.
Yeah.
We offer a wonderful superfood, you guys. We've been on it for 3 years. It has seaweed, Irish sea moss, bladderwrack, which is another seaweed, and burdock root. So there's three different ingredients. It's very good. It's very good for energy, immunity boosting. It's amazing for thyroid support. It's amazing, and it's got 102 vitamins and minerals. So it's a full multivitamin and mineral. So we take it. Sebastian can take it. It's for adults and children. It's raw, it's pure, it's wild crafted, which means it's from the earth, it's wild. And Dr. Sebi came up with this formula, and it covers all the bases for all the vitamins and minerals we need to thrive.
Yeah.
So
it brings up sea moss, I know. Sorry, you carry on.
Cell repair. Alkaline, it'll alkaline your body, cell repair, immune booster, thyroid, support. So there's just a myriad of amazing benefits from it. People are really talking highly of it, and we've had very little negative feedback on it. So
very little, yeah.
Yeah.
ladies, it's really good, and men, it's good for your skin, it's good for your hair, it's amazing. So check us out. We're at LUV-A-LUTION.net is our webpage. We do sell superfood, and we have a website that you can explore. It's free. We do life coaching too.
Yeah, life guides, and
we're here to help people remember who they are,
help them,
come back to who they are, divine spirit, love. And we help people along the way. So, and we're parents, so we're living our childhood again. You know, we're opening our minds, we're deprogramming ourselves.
Conscious parenting. We're doing all the teaching, no institutions, and
keep his mind open and keep him his imagination flowing. You know, anything's possible. And we're always questioning every day. We're questioning, and he's always asking questions. And so our day is full of learning and growing and having fun. You know, we laugh a lot.
Yeah.
And
being that inner child, like you were speaking about, we connect with our inner child. We wake up and sing and dance and play, and we can connect with that. And it's sad how so many, as we call ourselves adults, we just lose our inner child and being our best friend and enjoying our being alone, you know.
And we teach others how to have healthy boundaries, healthy relationships, saying no when they have to, helping them have courage, confidence, and steer them towards their authentic self.
See, that's the interesting thing with kids.
Know thyself. We say, know thyself to love thyself. We need to know who we are to first, then able to love ourselves so we can love others.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing with kids. It's about 10, 20 years ago. Actually my own daughter, when she was little, is that like she would say no, like, or she didn't want to kiss like an aunt or uncle, and we go, oh no, you've got to kiss him, and he's like, that's actually the beginning of where you're forcing your kids to do things they don't want to do. They have their natural things, and they say, I don't know who this person is, and you're insisting they kiss this weird stranger. They're related to you, but they don't know at first who they are, and it's that, and that's where a lot of programming is there, where when girls become adults, and they think, oh, they've got to do this for this, because this person's insisting or pushing, and that goes all the way back to your childhood when you're pushing your kids to do something that you wouldn't normally want to do it when you was a kid. Why do you make them do it? And it's this. That was a big mind thing for me. That was like blew my brain when I started really studying this and working in this, because we force, it's a strong word, but we force kids all the time to do stuff that we shouldn't be doing. That they listen to their own instincts. We should be doing the same, and that's cool. I like that. So, and I just wanted to flip back a little bit. CMOS is awesome. My partner is on CMOS, and CMOS on its own contains 98% of the minerals you need. So that's it's really, really good, good stuff. Yep. And for ladies, if you're going through the change, or you're getting hot flushes on your body, that's really good. You need to take it every single day. A little bit of CMOS in hot water. Drink that every day. It's very, very good. But I drink it as well. I love it, and it's got so many minerals in it anyway. So it's good for everybody. But yeah, especially the second spring in Chinese, it's called, when ladies start going with the change, or they start getting hot flushes or whatnot. The second spring CMOS is very good for that. And it's something definitely, but everybody should have it. CMOS 100% is definitely one, I would say. So yeah, your stuff is awesome. So I would definitely, I definitely think you should go for that. So yeah, it's all. There's another one. So it's it's this whole point of realizing this whole child thing. It's interesting.
Oh, I
I
wanted to
did.
show you the snake.
No,
Yeah.
dragon.
That is cool too, though. I like that. I've got
No,
a
it's
wooden one.
a dragon.
So this one here, I use this. So this wooden snake, it's got little slits in it, so he does the whole thing. But I show it with people
he's
when I
looking
want
at
to talk about spine. I show this snake because the wooden bits of the snake look like vertebrae. And when I say, like, if you're backed out, if that bit of wood is pushing here, that's your vertebrae there, and they're trapping nerves, and that's why people get back problems. So I use this snake as the spine. I show it like a spine. So it's cool. Yes. Toys are good. Toys are awesome. We're meant to have toys. Get a toy. So there you go. My lecture is over. But so the interesting thing when I did private school, when I worked at a couple of private schools teaching Qigong, they teach in so different way.
Yeah.
They teach more like a childlike way. They teach, showing, teaching where the general schools are very telling you what to do. The old, the private schools are actually encouraging, the kids to interact and to ask questions. So this is the thing that private schools are teaching, especially, I taught at a school that they were charging £60,000, £45,000, sorry, per term. But the whole point is what they were teaching. They taught things in a certain way. I think we've lost you. Let's see if I can bring you back. Are you guys back? Hello. I love what you're doing. I love where you are as well. That's so awesome. And you guys are such a conscious family. We can see you.
Hello.
Back.
Hey.
Hello. So it's great. I think you guys are awesome. You're very much a conscious family, and you work as a team, and I think that's awesome. I really do think that's what we should be doing. You're a great example of what the future should be. So I thank you for that. And we get that storm, that snowstorm.
See it spinning around its head. That's all right. We're just.
Are you guys back?
Say goodbye.
Right now?
Pretty soon.
I can hear you.
We'll do it again soon.
No, I just want to be done right now.
Can you hear me? All right. I'm not sure what we can do. I can just send some chi and see if that does anything. Have we lost you? It's gone quiet.
Yeah, it may be our internet. We're in a bad storm.
Yeah, I know. I think.
Okay.
Oh, you're back.
Well, we appreciate you as well, pal. We appreciate all your hard work and sharing all your knowledge.
Can you see us, Sifu?
Yeah, you see you. You're back now.
Okay.
Sorry.
So don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. Well, I definitely would love to have you on again in the future. So. I think there's a delay. Yeah, I'm going again. All right, guys, I think we'll call it quits for this one. It was a great show. I know they're in a storm, so it's phasing in and out. So it was being a great show. I will have them back on again because I'd love to talk to them a little bit more. It would be great to actually... Oh, and they're gone. So that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this one. We'll be on again. Now, I sort of flip between Facebook and Instagram. If you would like me to do more shows on Instagram, more the way of conscious mindfulness, Message down below. Send me a message if you'd like to be on the show. Message down below. Send me a message. I'd love to get you on. I do quite a few on Facebook, and then every now and again we do them on here when the guest needs it to be or what prefers it as well. So I sort of flip between the two, but I do them on Facebook as well. So hope to see you again soon. If you would like to be on here, whether on Instagram or on Facebook, let us know and we'll go from there. So that's it for now. That's it for tonight. Take care. And always remember, open your mind to the way, the conscious way, the way of conscious mindfulness. Until next time.